Dusty horizon. Sun beats down on a quiet, seemingly peaceful town. Thomas Reed, former Army scout, rides into Drybone Ridge on his worn horse. He's here searching for his missing sister, Clara, who was last seen heading west. Townsfolk watch silently as he passes, eyes wary, whispers behind shutters. Drybone Ridge was the kind of town that smiled at strangers. While hiding daggers behind every door, Sheriff Abel Knox steps out of the wooden sheriff's office. Smiling, charming, badge polished, hat tilted just so.
Help!
Greets
Get me
Thomas in a
out of
polite
here!
but tense way.
I have to get
Townspeople nod,
free!
impressed by Knox's authority. Subtle tension in Thomas's eyes. He senses something is off. Dialogue hinting at past criminals who disappeared without explanation. Thomas visits the saloon, asking discreet questions. Saloon singer Lena Marsh hints that something is wrong with the sheriff's law. Thomas overhears a conversation. He's done it before, and he'll do it again. Thomas decides he must investigate. Dangerous, but necessary. Thomas finds a hidden trap door in the sheriff's office. Peeks inside. A dimly lit jail, cold and empty, except for signs of recent occupation. Bloodstains, makeshift chains, evidence of torture. Realization hits. The sheriff has been punishing criminals by killing them, not bringing justice. In Drybone Ridge, the law wasn't blind. It was sharp, and it cut deeper than any outlaw's bullet. Word spreads that Thomas is asking too many questions. Townsfolk avoid him. Some secretly warn him to leave. Thomas bonds with Lena Marsh, who fears for her life, but gives him small clues about the sheriff's crimes. Small skirmish, two of the sheriff's deputies subtly threaten Thomas, foreshadowing a showdown. Every smile in Drybone Ridge hit a dagger, and Thomas Reed had just
This town's
stepped
not
into
big
their
enough
reach.
for both of
Sheriff
us. Then draw
Knox
if you've got
hosts
the
a welcome
guts.
dinner for Thomas. Knox charming, smiling, subtly threatening. Thomas notices small details. Family portraits with suspicious gaps. Whispers of former criminals now missing. Tension builds. The audience feels the dread. Cliffhanger. A townsperson drops a note into Thomas's hand. Leave before it's too late, or your sister dies. Thomas Reed rides into the dusty town of Drybone Ridge. He's searching for his missing sister, Clara. The town seems peaceful, but whispers follow him. Drybone Ridge was a town that smiled at strangers, while hiding daggers behind every door. Sheriff Abel Knox greets Thomas with a polite smile. Townsfolk respect him, but Thomas notices subtle hints of fear. Dialogue suggests criminals have disappeared under Knox's watch. Thomas visits the saloon. Lena Marsh, the saloon singer, warns him about asking too many questions. Thomas overhears a whispered warning. He's done it before, and he'll do it again. Thomas finds a hidden trapdoor in the sheriff's office. A dimly lit, blood-stained jail lies beneath. Realization: the sheriff executes innocents under the guise of law. In Drybone Ridge, the law wasn't blind. It was sharp, and it cut deeper than any outlaw's bullet. Townsfolk avoid Thomas. Subtle threats from deputies escalate tension. Thomas bonds with Lena for hints about the sheriff's crimes. During a welcome dinner, a townsperson secretly slips Thomas a note. Leave before it's too late, or your sister dies. Thomas investigates the outskirts, questioning old miners and drifters, learns about previous criminals who vanished after encounters with the sheriff. Clara is secretly held in a secluded cabin by the sheriff's men. Thomas realizes the stakes are higher than he imagined. Thomas confronts two deputies at night outside the saloon. Gunfight ensues. Thomas narrowly survives. Townsfolk are terrified but secretly support him. Lena Marsh reveals a secret tunnel used to smuggle evidence out of the sheriff's office. Thomas plans to gather proof of Knox's crimes to rally the town. Sheriff Knox grows suspicious, increases patrols, and tightens control over the town. Thomas evades traps, slowly piecing together the sheriff's network of fear. Knox publicly executes a supposed criminal in the square to intimidate the population. Thomas watches in horror, knowing he must act soon. Thomas sneaks into the cabin where Clara is held. He frees her, but they are discovered by Knox's men. Tense chase through the town's back alleys. Thomas lures the sheriff into an abandoned church. Plans to confront Knox with evidence, exposing him to the town. Even the strongest law bends when a brave man refuses.